Hi, this is Dr. John Paul Gallardo here in Miami, Florida. And one of my team members asked me to say something to you all regarding what I do personally to stay mentally and physically healthy. Especially during this coronavirus. So this isn't meant to be professional advice. It's just me sharing what I do and what's worked well. So let me just go over a few things. This mainly is targeted for those over 50, being that I'm going to be 55 in a few months. But here we go. For the first thing that I've been really working on in the past few years is keeping stress levels down. The hormone cortisol really, when it takes off because of stress, it does turn off your immune cells. And that's really what we need now is immune cells. We need to make sure that our bodies can fight off any invaders such as this virus. So I've turned to an early morning ritual. So it's Sunday morning right now, and believe it or not, I've been up since 5 a.m. Not because I didn't sleep well. I actually got about 8 hours sleep. It was great. But because I start my day off early, Monday through Sunday, and I find it the most productive. I always start with meditation. I don't get into the spiritual aspect of the meditation. I don't get into like streams and rivers and forest sounds. I just kind of like stay quiet, focus on my breath. Just kind of, develop your own path as far as meditation is concerned, whatever feels comfortable for you. As far as exercise, believe it or not, I don't exercise as much as I should. I try to get in a resistance training exercise at least once a week. And that usually doesn't last for more than 20 minutes, just enough to get to failure. And then I try to walk, or at least move every day. Great time to do this is right after dinner. The other thing is sleep. I used to have trouble sleeping, because I thought the weight of the world was on my shoulders always. And at the end of the day, you can only take care of what's within your sphere of influence with what you can control. So that mindset became liberating. And I realized that by sleeping, I'm actually charging myself up for the following day. I'm more effective. I'm actually healthier. My immune system is as strong as it could be. Improving my diet was one of the things that took place a few years back. And I stick to intermittent fasting. So in the mornings when I wake up, I just have coffee, and I won't have my first meal till about noon, sometimes 1 o'clock. And then the type of diet that I'm following is basically, right now it's a keto diet. Keto is a higher fat, diet. Keep the fat keeps you full. And then when I'm more active, I'll do something closer to the paleo diet. The bottom line is I try to avoid anything that's processed. If I have to open up a plastic package to get to my food, I would say 9 times out of 10, that's the wrong food to eat at that moment in time. Vitamin D is critically important. Research actually shows that those who take a vitamin D supplement daily have half the risk of developing an acute respiratory infection, such as the flu or the cold. You take 2,000 to 4,000 international units daily. But again, this is not medical advice I'm giving you. I'm just telling you what makes sense to me. Zinc is really important too. I'm sure everybody's rushing to the shelves, and who knows if zinc is even available right now. So you can stick to a healthy, balanced diet that has fruits and berries and natural things like vegetables, and with that natural diet, you'll get enough zinc. That's pretty much what I do, and I think the biggest thing that I've been focusing on right now is, we're human. We're going to have moments where we feel anxiety, and that's just a normal mechanism. You're not inviting the anxiety. You're not inviting the negative thoughts. So don't blame yourself for that. But once they come, practice. It's almost like an experiment. Kind of figure out like, okay, what is actually going on right now? What's wrong, with me? What's wrong with the world? Whatever. Right now it's the virus. I think it's important to understand that it's okay to feel the pain, the anxiety, the fear, but don't get stuck there. Don't get stuck there. Get to the point where, you can see the situation for what it is, and practice detaching your thoughts. In other words, the narrative that comes along with anything that's happening. Like, oh my gosh, we're where are we going to be in a month, in 2 months, next year? You know, what's going to happen to my kids, to my spouse, whatever, to the business? You know, I mean, that's all unnecessary layering. So I'm suggesting just stick to what's in front of you. Stick to what's actually happening in the here and now. And don't layer the additional thoughts and the additional worries on top of it. And see how you feel. And believe me, all the worrying is not getting you anywhere. All the research and watching all the news is not getting you anywhere, you know. So look at the silver lining. I mean, for me, it's been my kids and spending more time with my family. And it's actually been liberating to a certain extent, knowing that I'm not in control of this whole entire thing. I'm only in control of how I deal with it. I'm only in control of how I focus on what's in front of me and how I take that challenge one day at a time. So far, so good. I'm very optimistic. I know that after every challenging situation, either personally or as a culture, as a group, as a people, I know that we get through it even better and even stronger. The only thing that can get in your way is really the way you think about things long term. So keep your thoughts healthy, keep your diet healthy. I'm always here for you. I hope this helps, and thank you very much for listening.